Imagine you are looking up at the night sky and suddenly you realize that those stars which have been shining above us for centuries are no longer there. Or think about this. One day, hundreds of strange objects were passing in front of the sun, and we found out later that on that day, all of humanity had a very narrow escape. Friends, space is as beautiful as it is terrifying and mysterious. Today, we are going to tell you about 8 such disturbing and unsolved events of the universe which remain massive puzzles for science even today. So come, let's begin this cosmic journey. The Space Roar. The first mystery is the Space Roar. When scientists listened to the early universe, just a few 100 million years after the Big Bang, using radio telescopes, they expected to hear a soft, muffled whisper. But instead, the receivers picked up a tremendously loud signal, a sound that resembled a violent roar. This space roar was 6 times louder than what any model could have predicted. It was as if the entire early universe was screaming. To this day, no one knows why this sound was so deafeningly loud. It wasn't coming from early galaxies or any known radio source. Some believe it might have been caused by dark matter annihilation, but that is just a guess. This unheard roar is a terrifying tale from the universe's infancy. GD1, Invisible Bullet. The 5th mystery is hidden right here in our own galaxy, the Milky Way. Astronomers mapped a long stream of stars named GD1. This is a thin, ribbon-like structure of stars that stretches around our galaxy. But upon closer inspection, it was discovered that this stream has a very clear and wide gap, and the edges of this gap are bent, as if something invisible tore through it at an extremely high speed. Scientists call this the invisible bullet. Now, the interesting thing is that it couldn't have been a star, a black hole, or a gas cloud, because those would be visible. So what was it? The strongest theory points towards a dense and massive clump of dark matter, a chunk of this invisible scaffolding of the universe that passed through, scattering stars with its gravity like a bowling ball scatters pins. If this is true, it means we might have glimpsed solid evidence of dark matter. But the question still stands. Who or what created it? The 2009 Jupiter blindside, July 19, 2009. An amateur astronomer, Anthony Wesley, was observing the planet Jupiter through his telescope. Suddenly, he noticed a deep black spot near the planet's south pole. Initially, it was thought to be a regular storm, but NASA's infrared telescope soon confirmed it. It was a fresh impact scar, and this mark was not small. Its size was equal to our entire Pacific Ocean. Some object, perhaps a massive asteroid or comet, had struck Jupiter, releasing in just a few seconds more energy than 5,000 times our entire global nuclear arsenal. And our big space agencies, our planetary defense systems, were all completely unaware of it. Our claim of keeping a watchful eye on hazardous objects heading for Earth was shattered at that moment. This event shows just how blind we still are in the face of the universe's destructive power. Brightly glowing quasar. Now let's turn towards the brightest monster that existed in the early days of creation. Astronomers discovered a new quasar, J0529-4351. But it was so bright that initially it was mistaken for a nearby ordinary star. A deep study revealed the truth. It is a supermassive black hole located 12 billion light-years away, the most luminous quasar ever found. Its brightness is 500 trillion times that of our sun. And how much does this hungry beast devour? It consumes the equivalent of one entire sun's worth of mass every single day. Imagine, with every passing day, it drags a whole sun into its accretion disk and swallows it. This is the hidden quasar, the dark furnace of the universe, consuming everything in its path. The VASCO project. The second mystery is the VASCO project, which stands for Vanishing and Appearing Sources During a Century of Observations. When scientists compared old star catalogs from the 1950s with modern surveys, a shocking discovery was made. About 100 stars just disappeared, completely, without a trace. Now you might be thinking, how can stars just vanish? Perhaps they went supernova? But no such thing happened. There was no explosion, no smoke, no radiation signature left behind by these disappearing stars. They were there 1 second and gone the very next. This is a cosmic mystery that has baffled scientists. Some speculative theories suggest that it might be the work of an advanced alien civilization. Perhaps they are using some kind of energy harvesting technology like a Dyson sphere and have simply absorbed the entire light of the star. Of course, this is purely speculative, but the silent disappearance of 100 stars without a trace is, in itself, a terrifying cosmic silence. Oh my God particle. Now let's talk about a particle that is called the Oh my God particle. On October 15th, 1991, the Fly's Eye detector in Utah recorded a cosmic ray. This was no ordinary ray. It was a single proton traveling at 99.9% of the speed of light. This single particle contains so much energy that it defies all comparison. Imagine fitting the entire kinetic energy of a brick into the size of an atomic nucleus and then hurling it towards you. So much energy that it broke the theoretical physics limit known as the Greisen-Zatsepin-Kuzmin limit. The question is, what was the source of such terrifying power? There is no known source inside our galaxy capable of producing it. It came from outside our galaxy, from some unknown and dark place, and there is no known astronomical object in the direction from which it arrived. It was a cosmic fluke that reminded us that the universe contains forces completely beyond our comprehension. The Cow explosion. Yeah, the ninth event is known to the world as the Cow. Its official designation is AT2018 Cow, a name that came about accidentally. This was an explosion that occurred in a dwarf galaxy 200 million light-years away. But this was no ordinary supernova. It suddenly brightened and reached its peak in just 2 days, which is 10 to 100 times faster than a typical supernova. And then its brightness dropped just as rapidly. What was astonishing, though, was its shape. It was not spherical at all. It was completely asymmetric, flat, and oval-shaped. It unleashed an unprecedented flood of X-rays and radio waves from within. Scientists classify it as a fast blue optical transient, but what it actually was remains a subject of debate. Perhaps it was a newborn black hole devouring a star the moment it was born, or a magnetar, an incredibly powerful magnetic neutron star, taking its last breaths. This Cow explosion remains one of space's biggest unsolved blasts, the zombie star. And finally, a story that challenges the very laws of death, the zombie star. In 2014, astronomers watched a star explode as a supernova. The rules state that afterwards, either a black hole or a neutron star should remain, but the light should be extinguished forever. However, this star, IPTF14HLS, did the unthinkable. Over the next 600 days, its brightness flared up and dimmed down again 5 times, as if it kept dying and coming back to life repeatedly. The truly shocking part came when they dug through old archival data. It turned out that this very same star had also exploded once before in 1954 and survived. How can a star go supernova twice in 60 years? This utterly smashes our entire understanding of stellar evolution into pieces. It could be something like a pulsational pair instability mechanism, a new theory, but for now, this is a zombie that walks with muffled steps through the graveyard of space. So friends, these were 8 of the most shocking and terrifying truths of space. On one hand, we are trying to understand the universe with the help of science, but these events make us realize again and again just how little we actually know. Perhaps this very unknown makes space even more exciting. Which of these events did you find the most disturbing? Do let us know in the comments. And if you want to see more such fascinating and informative space videos, then like this video, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Until then, keep your eyes on the skies, because you never know when the next mystery will reveal itself. See you in the next video, stay happy, and salute the stars.